Oh, click on her name. The bottom left. Maybe it's just not like she might have she might not. Oh, that's true. I'll check it.
Happy New Year.
We're good.
Sitting in a circle is one of my favorite things to do. It's such a blessing to sit in circle with you today. Shall we do a little music? So here we come up on the new year. It's a good time to just relax, let go, release, and surrender all that no longer serves us. I relax, let go, release, and surrender. I relax, let go, release, and surrender. I relax, let go, release, and surrender. All is well, all is well. Sing that again. I relax, let go, release, and surrender. I relax, let go, release, and surrender. I relax, let go, release, and surrender. All is well, all is well. And every day I affirm and pray that I'm blessed with everything I have. I release my fear, cause it's all so clear. I am loved, I am safe. I relax, let go, release, and surrender. I relax, let go, release, and surrender. I relax, let go, release, and surrender. I am well, I am well. And now I see what my life can be when I trust in the process and have faith. And now I know when I just let go that I have all I ever need. I relax, let go, release, and surrender. I relax, let go, release, and surrender. I relax, let go, release, and surrender. I am well, I am well. I relax, let go, release, and surrender. I relax, let go, release, and surrender. I relax, let go, release, and surrender. All is well, all is well. I relax, let go, release, and surrender. I relax, let go, release, and surrender. I relax, let go, release, and surrender. I am well, all is well. I am well, all is well. Good morning. So I took 6 grandchildren to a labyrinth in the desert this last week, and it was lined with stones. And it was so much fun to watch how each of them decided to walk the labyrinth. Some decided the rocks were more interesting to walk on. Some of them just wanted to get to the middle really fast. Some of them raced to see who could get there first and then stood proudly in the center. And I just wonder, how will you choose to walk this coming year? Will you run to the middle? Will you take your time? Let's sing in beauty, may we walk. in beauty. May I walk with you all day long. May I walk through the seasons. May I walk. May I walk in peace. May I walk in peace on this path. May I walk through my life. May I walk in old age. May I walk. May I walk in peace. May I walk in peace. Now give it a heart. May I walk. 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 May I walk in peace. Yes. May I walk in peace, in joy. May I walk in love. May I walk in gratitude. May I walk. May I walk in peace. May I walk in peace. In stillness. May I walk in forgiveness. May I walk in loving kindness. May I walk. Oh, may I walk in peace. May I walk in peace. Run to the center. May I walk. 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 May I walk in peace. May I walk in peace. Now turn to your neighbor, bless it. May you walk in peace. May you walk. May you walk. How about love? In love. May you walk in beauty. May you walk in peace. May we walk in peace. May we walk in peace. May we walk in peace.
Well, good morning. Happy New You. Happy New You. It's a little different look for us, isn't it? And for those on Zoom, just so you know, we have a labyrinth in the middle of the sanctuary this morning, and we've lined up the chairs in on the circumference of the labyrinth. But I want to welcome everybody to the Grants Pass Center for Spiritual Living. I'm Reverend Steve Van Meter, your senior minister. It's my honor and privilege to welcome you to the first day of the rest of 2023. Whatever happened yesterday is gone. Whatever's going to happen tomorrow is not here yet. We are in the present moment. It's a gift you give to yourself. So welcome home again. And we're going to start with what we start every Sunday morning with, and that's reciting our vision mission statement. It's up on the screens. It says that we are an open, loving, spiritual community dedicated to evolving consciousness through teaching spiritual principles. That's why we're here. And I would usually invite my practitioner up to do the, or our board president practitioner, but she's holding the high watch for us today, Jamaica. So I will be reciting our quick announcements here. First off, name badges. Well, actually, I want to start with a thank you to everybody that helped undecorate our church. Because, with all the Christmas stuff, we're out with the old and in with the new, and a bunch of people showed up to help us do that. And I want to thank everybody. Raise your hand if you've helped undecorate. Yeah, you got a couple, you got some, okay, thank you. It takes a village to move through the seasons, doesn't it? Name badges. If you don't have a name badge and would like one, there's a sign-up sheet over there, and we can print you up one like this with a little logo on it, and then you have it sitting in the front when you come in. There's a lot of new people here, and we just have, this last year we picked up 8 new members. So we want to know who you are. We want you to wear your name badges. So that we can identify you and say hello to you and love on you, and you can love on us and know who we are. So wear your name badges, and if you don't got them, there's that sheet over there to sign up, or you can go right to the front and make your own. Create your own name if you'd like. Hey, nothing wrong with that. Amazon Smile is a fundraiser for our center. If you shop on Amazon, you can go to something called Smile Amazon, I think it's called .com, and you can sign up and make Grants Pass Center for Spiritual Living your charitable contribution. It doesn't cost you anything, but every time you purchase something on Amazon, we get a kickback. So I don't know about you, but I use Amazon, and last year I think we made $242, and probably half of that was from me. But help us to help ourselves by signing up for this if you use Amazon. Service opportunities, we want to say special thank you to Jan and Glenn Albright. Yeah. Sacred keepers of our janitorial experience here for the last several years, and they're moving to, they're not moving, they're moving in consciousness to do different things, which creates an opening here. If you would like to know more about the janitorial position that is open here, please let me or Jamaica know so we can talk to you about that. It's a great opportunity. We are also doing a 2022 audit, and we need a couple members who might have some bookkeeping skills to sit down with our record keeper, bookkeeper, so that we can just have an audit. Our bylaws say that we have to do this every year, and so we're just looking for the right people to come forward and help us with that. So if you have that skill, it doesn't take long, but we want to start that process. Classes and workshops. Foundations class of Science of Mind will be taught starting this Friday, January 6th from 1 to 4 p.m. It's usually a $200 fee, but that is being waived. We're only asking for you to pay for the $45 certificate fee, which licenses you to get your certificate with the Home Office, Centers for Spiritual Living in Denver, and a $10 workbook fee, because you get this big workbook of 10 weeks of information. So there's a sign-up sheet in the back. I would encourage you, if you're interested, to come and do that. It's a wonderful way to get to know our teaching and get to know other people in our center. New meditation group. We have started, the practitioners have started a meditation group. It's 15 minutes every Sunday morning from 9:50 to 10:05 over in the LEC. So we also have a metaphysical book study from 9 to 9:45 right here in our conference room. It's the room just off the kitchen here. And we are studying the Living the Science of Mind by Ernest Holmes. We're about halfway through it. Boy, it's really good stuff, I tell you. So you can come here from 9 to 9:45 and then run over there to 9:50 to 10:05 and then run back here for the service. And then we have all sorts of things going on. Today after service, we do have some food, but we will be inviting you to walk the labyrinth after the service. My service today is going to be on the releasing ceremony, the burning bowl, And then we're gonna fill what we've released with some ideas of what we want to have happen in 2023. And then we're gonna do a labyrinth walk, and I'll be explaining all those things as my talk today. Finally, community news, Soul Collage Workshop, Wednesday, January 4th from 11:30 to 3:30. And Crystal Singing Bowl Sound Bath Meditation, oh, that sounds yummy. It's gonna be Sunday, January 8th, next Sunday from 12:30 to 2. There are sign-up sheets and little flyers in the back there if you would like any more information. Sam is our facilitator of that, if you'd like to talk to her about it. There is a fee for both of those, and it's all detailed on those back sign-up sheets. And right now, we are going to have, let's see, let me follow my script here. Be a good practitioner, follow what I'm able to do. Let's stand as Treasure leads us as we sing "We Are One."
Ready? We are one. We are one. I am you. You are me. We are one. And in this unity, we shall live in harmony as peace has come, as we are one. We are one. We are one. I am you, you are me, we are one. And in this unity, we shall live in harmony as peace has come, as we are one.
Hi, everybody. My name is Janice Garibay. I'm your podium practitioner for today. Let's see, we're just going to do the gratitude now together. If you could join me in reading that, it'll be on the TVs. I am so grateful to willingly and lovingly release what no longer serves me. And so it is. Perfect. Jamaica Wallace, she is our practitioner on the table back there. She's our table practitioner, and she's holding the high watch. This radiant bowl of love and light and consciousness for us today. And if you're in need of prayer, please see Jamaica, and she can direct you to a practitioner for prayer. Also, there's a prayer box back there too. And so, yeah, just see her. Are there any practitioners here today that can lead in prayer? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, several. So yeah, she can direct you to one of us, or she can help you herself. And there are several ways for our practitioners to pray with you. If you could see your handout, there's details on that. And also wanted to connect with Zoom. Hi, Zoom people. And there are the blue forms and yellow forms in the back of these chairs. You can fill one out. The blue form is a request you can make for your prayer, and then you can put that in the box. And the yellow one is for when you have a manifestation or a
It's the
demonstration.
other way around. The blue one is.
Oh, I
for the-
flipped it.
But all
the
the
blue one.
information is in your handout.
The blue one, so in your handout, yes, and then if you're on Zoom, you can go to Grants Pass Center for Spiritual Living to our site, and you can put a request in there too. And so I wanted to say a little bit about what the practitioners are. We are the healing arm of our center, and we serve the center. We are trained in the study of the science of mind and in the art, science, and skill of affirmative prayer. Grants Pass Center for Spiritual Living. Practitioners are licensed to practice professionally, and we're bound by a high code of ethics to respect your privacy and honor your confidence. So I'm not sure who brought the flowers.
I did.
Oh, so thank you. And let's see, where am I at now? Oh, since we are, let's see, first timers, is anyone here for the first time? Please raise your hand. We have a gift for you.
Welcome.
I'd like to welcome you. Okay, perfect. And then if you have any, this reminder to turn your cell phone off. Anything that makes noise or disturbs. So the process next is to celebrate birthdays. Yay! So we have December birthdays, right?
Yeah, January, if you're planning for January, and this is your birthday month, please stand up. Don't be shy. Hi. To you, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you and many more.
Okay, next let's read the prayer together. It would be on the screen. Hi, welcome to 2023, and know that this year brings in more love, peace, joy, and wisdom into my own life and into the world, and so it is. And now, please remain seated as we sing I Am Love. So today I'm going to share with you this world healing meditation that was cultivated by a man named John Randolph Price. We also practice some of his teachings in the Abundance book. It's a little book of prosperity. And him and I believe his wife's name was Jan. They started this in like 1980. Before they got it together, this mission, they were on a mission to share in worldwide peace prayer time together worldwide, you know, and they did this in 1986, and they kind of thought maybe for a couple of years they were going to do it, but it's extended, and we do it every, all throughout the world. It was done last night. It was at 4 a.m. our time. Of course, I missed it. So if you did miss it, we're going to continue to illuminate that light and be light bearers into 2023. And this is what the World Healing Meditation says. Now read that to you. And also we're going to print this out if you want to have a copy for next week. We'll have it out there on the table. The World Healing Meditation. In the beginning, God. In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth. And God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. Now is the time of the new beginning. I am a co-creator with God, and it is a new heaven that comes, as the goodwill of God is expressed on earth through me. It is the kingdom of light, love, peace, and understanding. And I am doing my part to reveal its reality. I begin with me. I am a living soul, and the Spirit of God dwells in me, as me. I and the Father are one, and all that the Father has is mine. In truth, I am the Christ of God. What is true for me is true of everyone, for God is all, and all is God. I see only the Spirit of God in every soul. To every man, woman, and child on earth, I say, I love you. You are me. You are my holy self. I now open my heart and let the pure essence of unconditional love pour out. I see it as the golden light radiating from the center of my being. And I feel its divine vibration in and through me and above and below me. I am one with the light. I am filled with the light. I am illumined by the light. I am the light of the world. With purpose of mind, I send forth the light. I let the radiance go before me to join the other lights. I know this is happening all over the world. And at this moment, I see the merging lights. There is now one light. We are the light of the world. The one light of love, peace, and understanding is moving. It flows across the face of the earth, touching and illuminating every soul in the shadow of the illusion. And where there was darkness, there is now the light of reality. And the radiance grows, permeating, saturating every form of life. There is only the vibration of one perfect life now. All the kingdoms of the earth respond, and the planet is alive with light and love. There is total oneness, and in this oneness, we speak the word. Let the sense of separation be dissolved. Let mankind be returned to Godkind. Let peace come forth in every mind. Let love flow forth from every heart. Let forgiveness reign in every soul. Let understanding be the common bond. And now, from the light of the world, the one presence and power of the universe responds. The activity of God is healing and harmonizing planet Earth. Omnipotence is made manifest. I am seeing the salvation of the planet before my very eyes. As all false beliefs and error patterns are dissolved, the sense of separation is no more. The healing has taken place, and the world is restored to sanity. This is the beginning of peace on earth and goodwill toward all. As love flows forth from every heart, forgiveness reigns in every soul, and all hearts and minds are one. In perfect understanding, it is done. And So it is. So I invite you just to take a few moments to contemplate and just to bear that mission in your heart moving forward into the coming year, what it means to you. And coming back into the room, and just resting in that consciousness. And now we're going to have special music, followed by Reverend Steve's special talk. Thank you.
I just like to invite you to stay in that meditative place, reflecting and envisioning for yourself. I'm going to sing the morning prayer. I now surrender to my greatest, highest good. I now release any fear that blocks my way. For every step I take is taken in pure faith, and I am stronger every moment, every day. My mind is willing and my heart is open wide. I trust my instincts and let spirit be my guide. I vow to live a life that's real and pure and free, as I continue walking in this mystery. I now surrender to my greatest, highest good. I now release any fear that blocks my way. For every step I take is taken in your faith, and I am grateful every moment, every day. There may be walls, there may be roadblocks in my way, but I can choose to take a higher path each day. And now I know that what I thought was safe and sound was only habit and regret that held me down. I now surrender to my greatest, highest good. I now release walks my way. For every step I take is taken in pure faith, and I am kinder every moment, every day, and I'm more loving every moment, every day. I now surrender every moment, every day.
Thank you, Tracia. Let's hear it for Tracia. Well, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
And things look a little different this year, don't they, already? My idea was that we would do a little process together this morning. You've just walked into the first workshop of 2023 for your metaphysical self, if you know it or not. And if this is your first time, this isn't normally how it looks, but this is the vibe that we that we do here. It's very cool. It's very different. So what I'm going to do today is take you through some of the processes that, usually people make a resolution. I resolve to eat less meat, or I resolve to be a better person and have more love in my life, right? And by January 2nd, they're, having a taco and cursing who made it. So what we're going to look at is different ways to actually change the direction and the trajectory of our things that we want to be, do, and have. So I've given you some information in here about how to use the burning bowl and what it means. And we're not actually going to burn anything in a bowl today. Our insurance company would frown upon that, any open flames. But what I'm going to do is in this clear bowl is I'm going to collect the red or the pink sheets. So what I want you to first do is take that sheet and write something down on it. You don't have to fill it all the way out. And if you have more than this, you can use the back side. But that red sheet that's up on the thing is things I am now releasing from my past. And you don't have to write the whole thing out like, my ex-wife was this and that. You can just put a little heart that will symbolize, because the divine speaks in icons, not in per se the language we use. It speaks in feelings and emotions, and we attract what we are. So we need to let go of the things that may be blocking our inner flow. Maybe you're dealing with a health issue, and maybe you want to write down on that, health issue. Maybe you want to be specific and say what it is you're releasing. That's up to you. That's your comfort zone. But you want to let go of the things that no longer serve you. How do you know if something's blocking your inner flow? When I say, is there something blocking your inner flow, and the first thing that comes to your mind, you go, oh, that thing that happened when I was 6 years old, or 16, or 26, or fill in the blank. But if it's something that you remember as a pain, as a soft spot for you, write it down. So we have to, first off, find those soft places within us that may still be holding blocked energy or damned energy. When we say, damn it, a wall goes up and our energy is blocked. So when we feel like we want to dam something, we want to block our inner flow, let's start to say, God, bless it. And that allows the dam to be released and the energy to flow. Anytime that we stagnate our inner flow, what happens when you block water? It stagnates behind it. Water is to flow like a river through us. Our hurts and our pains and our health issues are supposed to flow. They bring us information, but we're not supposed to hang on to the information. We're supposed to say, thank you for sharing. Thank you, challenge, for bringing me some new insight. So on this piece, you're going to write all those things. And like I said, maybe you just want to draw a little picture, a little heart, or a little cross, or something that means something to you, that is something you want to release that no longer serves you. And if you feel that you don't have anything to release, you may be in a different plane of existence. If you have a body, you have some forgiveness work to do. Because as we know, we didn't just happen into this thing called life. We signed a contract to be here to do things. And this may be the first step in you saying, all right, I'm serious this year. I'm going to do this. I'm going to release those blockages. So then what I want you to do is, you don't have to put your name on this. It's up to you if you'd like to, but the universe knows who the heck you are. So you want to take this thing, you want to fold it and fold it into the smallest little fold that you can possibly do. And what that does is that means to the universe that you mean business. You are ready to release. Are you ready to release? And then they go, oh, I missed, into the big plastic bowl. And I will be ceremoniously taking all those to my divine fireplace at home and burning those over the next week. So just know that when you put them in there, they're ash. They are no longer part of the experience. And you can read in the burning bowl information that I've given you, is to imagine the smoke as taking the information elsewhere. And I don't think I've got the handout for that up there. But that's this one that says how to use the burning bowl ritual to release the past. And this is from Elizabeth G. Howard, unity.com. Anytime you want to clear out an unwanted memory condition from your life, a burning bowl ritual offers a sacred and powerful way to release negativity. The goal of the burning bowl ritual is to make space for new beginnings. See, the stuff that you want in your life can't come in because the stuff you don't want is taking its place. If your closet is filled with old clothes and you can't even get a t-shirt in there, how is the universe going to give you more divine garments if your closet is filled with stuff that you're waiting to gain or lose weight to get into, or that no longer serves you, but it has meaning to you? It's time to let that stuff go. Each January, Unity invites all to join in this non-denominational burning bowls ceremony as an alternative to setting resolutions for the new year. Anyone can submit a release in advance. Submissions from across the world are burned together during the live stream event. So if you wanted to go to their website and fill out their information, but I'm doing this all for you so that you don't have to do it. And we're doing it as a group, which adds power to it. Whenever you get a group of people doing the same thing in the same way, something happens. Letting go gives us freedom. For centuries, indigenous groups used smoke as a symbol of their thoughts and prayers rising to the Great Spirit. Engaging couples Engaged couples have also released the past in a burning bowl before taking their vows together. Whatever the circumstances, the purpose of the ceremony is to shift your consciousness. It's about becoming still, naming what you want to release and letting go. When we let go and let God, we experience freedom. Letting go opens us to the power of inspiration, insight, wisdom, and love. Write what you no longer want to hold on to. How does a burning ritual work? You can start by bringing to mind what you need to release. Let the feelings come to you. Then, on that little red piece of paper, write down your release. Let go. Letting go begins the moment you put pen to paper. It is your conscious awareness that begins to activate the release of problems, thoughts, and things from your life. Describe the event as much or as little as you want. It can be as simple as the name or word or a more lengthy, in-depth description. Let your heart open and let it flow as it is releasing old wounds, old negativity, or unhealthy thought patterns. Visualize the smoke taking your thoughts. Next, you can begin the fire ceremony, which I'm gonna do in my own home later for you. I'll do a prayer and burn all of our red pieces of paper. And if you can't fill it all out right now, that's okay. Bring it in next week and I'll burn it then for you. As long as you keep bringing them in, I'll keep putting them in my fireplace. I just want to say something about when I first did this. It was 1993. It was at the Glendale Church of Religious Science. I had just been through a tremendously challenging relationship experience, and I was at the end of my rope. And I was ready to check out. I had actually done all the things that you do to clean up your life before you go into the next plane of existence. I had a big plan. And my dad said, before you do, I want you to go down to your local Science of Mind church and have a session with a practitioner. I was like, oh man. But I listened to my father, his last wish to me. And something happened in that treatment. I spent 20 minutes with this beautiful soul. And she listened to everything I had to say and said, oh, that's very interesting. And I was like, how could you say that? And then we went into prayer and something happened. I don't know what happened, but I came out a different person. Anyway, they had this burning bowl ritual thing going on that week in the parking lot. So I took my red piece of paper and I wrote this person's name down on it and some other things. And I folded it up and there was an actual fire in the parking lot. At those days you could, do that sort of thing, and they had a burning bowl in the parking lot. And as I dropped that piece of paper into the burning bowl, it's back when we had pagers, that's how long ago it was. My pager went off at the same time. And I looked and it was that old girlfriend paging me. And I talked to the facilitator. I said, the person's name I just put in there just paged me. She said, this is how this works. This is, I'm like, yeah, it's a coincidence. She goes, we don't believe in coincidences here. Everything happens for a reason. And I called and she just said that she wanted to say she was sorry. And that was all I wanted. I was like the fight was over. Like, have you ever been wrestling with something for so long that if it were to go away, you wouldn't know what to do with yourself? Well, I had that moment of release, and like years of pent up anger and hurt about not being loved enough and not being in the right family evaporated immediately and went away. So I'm inviting you, if you have a situation that you're ready to release, write it down. Don't carry it any longer. It does not serve you or the people around you to continue to carry the pain. Now, I'm not trying to diminish any deep challenge you may have walked through. This isn't to say, oh, it was nothing, it's no big deal. If you still need to carry that for whatever reason, that's yours. Maybe you want to go and have a little cry somewhere and really have those tears cleanse you. Maybe you want to see a therapist or somebody, practitioner or a minister that can help you walk through this and see it from a different angle. Because that's what this is all about, is perspective. And it's time to let that stuff go. Okay, so that's what this first ritual is all about. So I'm gonna leave this bowl up here, and I ask that you don't walk on the labyrinth, that you walk around it, because it is a sacred space. And if you would like to walk the labyrinth, if you can remove your shoes, you can walk the labyrinth. If you don't want to remove your shoes, that's okay. Walk in peace. You can still walk the labyrinth with your shoes. We just prefer, because it's been kind of wet outside and shoes are, outside things. So, but we'll get into the walking the labyrinth after this next piece. So once you have written down what you no longer want, what no longer serves you, throw it in the bowl. And that's, you don't have to do it right now. You just hang on to it. And if you're close, you can do it. But we will be having this up here for you. Which brings us to our next ritual. So you've all been given this blue piece of paper with instructions on it. And the first is the burning bowl. And the second, see, now that you've kind of released some things, the universe is going to fill it up with something. And as we know, we need to give the universe direction. Why? Well, if you're building a house, you don't just back your truck up to Home Depot and go, throw in what you think I need. Just fill it up. Because you're going to get a bunch of odds and ends. You may not even get stuff to build a house. That's why we need to be specific. So this has been designed for you to put today's date on it, your name, and then list the things that you want to be, do, or have in 2023. And be specific. Don't be specific on the how, be specific on the what. The how is none of your business. The how is the universe's way. If you say, I want $1 million and I'm going to win the lottery, you just limited the universe to only one way of giving you $1 million. Maybe you write, I am a millionaire, and let the universe handle the details. Or I want more love in my life. Well, more love could be a pregnant dog. Let's be specific. What does that mean? You don't want to just say, oh, I want more of this. Because if you want more abundance, you could find a penny outside and that would be more abundance. But I want X amount. And by when? State a demand on the universe. That's what we do here, is we demand to know that this process works. If you are willy-nilly with your question, the universe will be willy-nilly with its answer. That's how it works. Because it's done unto us as we believe. When we're specific with our questions, the universe is specific with its answer. Okay, so once you've done that, and you can take this home, bring it in the next few weeks if you want, and that's going to go in the white box. It's going to go into this envelope. You're going to put your name and address on this envelope and then put it in there and seal it up. We don't open these up and go, oh, I wonder what they want this year. Let's check them out. I don't open these up to check that out. That would not be very positive for me to do. I don't want your stuff. This is between you and the universe. What we're going to do is we're going to put the stamp on it for you in the end of 2023. We're gonna put our address here, so that if it doesn't get to you, if you move in the next year, things can happen. It will come back to us and we can find you to get this to you. And these will sit on my altar in my office and get prayed for every day to pray for what you choose to be, do, and have. And most of you in the next 3 weeks will forget that you even did this process. And in a year, you're gonna get an envelope from yourself with your own handwriting and go, what the heck what did I send to myself? And then you'll open it and go, wow, some of these things actually happened. I've been doing this for over 30 years. And it's incredible. Everything that I've written down has eventually came true. Now, some had to be carried over a couple of years, but everything that I wrote down came true. If we don't make a demand on the universe will give us what we always got. Questionable things. That's why when we're specific, the universe is specific back to us. Absolutely, my good, conscious energy. Let me show you how powerful you are. That is the process of manifestation. So, is there any questions about those first two things, the red sheet and this sheet to fill out? Any questions at all? There's no silly questions, only silly answers. And that would be from me. Everybody's good with the red sheet? Everybody's good with the blue sheet? Fold it up, put it in your envelope, and you're going to put that in the white box, and we'll take it from there. If you do have questions that you're kind of tentative about asking in this circle, I understand. See me after the service, or see one of our practitioners and ask them about it so that they can, help you understand what we're trying to do here. Okay? Well, this brings us to our labyrinth walk. And I'm going to come over here and do my talk from the labyrinth. So, and I apologize if my back is to some of you during my labyrinth walk. There's no way in a circle to not have a back to somebody. But this labyrinth was created by the Centers for Spiritual Living home office. When I worked as their event coordinator, they wanted to have a space where they could put it into a hotel room and have people come into that space as a meditative experience. So they created this. When they moved from Burbank to Colorado, they didn't want to take it with them, and they gifted it to me. So I'm very blessed to have this in my possession, because it's not one of the bigger labyrinths. If you've seen labyrinths, sometimes they're as big as this whole property. I know the one in Glendale Forest Lawn, they've got one up there that is huge. And so this is a miniature labyrinth, okay? Some of the information I've gotten over the years of what this signifies is that there was a time when people would walk back to their homeland of origin for sacred reasons every year. And there came a time when it was too treacherous for individuals to make that journey back to their homeland. You know, like a salmon wants to get back to where it was spawned. We have that same energy. Don't you love going back to your hometown? Even though it's changed, there's some things that the energy doesn't change for you. So when it became too treacherous for people to make that pilgrimage, they devised this that was an inward journey. So what you would do is you could walk this without having to go anywhere and still have a sensation of coming home. So what you would do is ask a question. Maybe there's something that you are dealing with in your life that you want clarity on. And you would step onto the labyrinth asking that question in your mind. And then you would proceed around and get to the center and wait for a second. And see if any information comes. Sometimes nothing comes, but sometimes information comes to you. And then on the way out, I would ask you to imagine that you are already having that healing, that you are already in the energy of the newness of that question being answered. So that as you come out, you're starting your own healing. You're starting your own revealing of the truth. So these were done by the person that made this labyrinth, and it says, please remove your shoes. The ground on which you stand is sacred. Clear your mind and become aware of your breath. Allow yourself to find the pace your body wants to go. There is no wrong way to walk the labyrinth. You may pass other people if you wish to walk faster, or let others step around you at the turns if your pace is slow. If you have a question in mind or a challenge for which you desire guidance, hold that in your mind as you enter the labyrinth. The answer may or may not come immediately, but know that you have consciously ventured upon a path that will ultimately guide you to your solution. Very powerful to know that just by walking a certain pattern, something happens within the consciousness that is undoing like a knot in your experience. And then I'm reading now from the pink page if you want to follow along. A labyrinth is an ancient symbol that relates to wholeness. It combines the imagery of the circle and the spiral into a meandering but purposeful path. It represents a journey to our center and back again out into the world. Labyrinths have long been used as meditation and prayer tools. A labyrinth is an archetype with which we can have a direct experience. Walking the labyrinth can be considered an initiation in which one awakens the knowledge encoded within their DNA. Interesting. A labyrinth contains nonverbal, implicit, geometric, and numerological prompts that create a multidimensional holographic field. These unseen patterns are referred to as sacred geometry. They allegedly reveal the presence of a cosmic order as they interface the world of material form and the subtler realms of higher consciousness. The contemporary resurgence of Labyrinth in the West is streaming from our deeply rooted urge to honor again the sacredness of all life. A labyrinth can be experienced as the birthing womb of the great goddess. Thus, the labyrinth experience is a potent practice of self-integration as it encapsulates the spiritual journey in and out of incarnation. On the journey in towards the center, one cleanses the dirt from the road. On the journey out, one is born anew to consciously dwell in a human body made holy by having got a taste of the infinite center. That's powerful stuff, isn't it? Now, some of you may be going, well, that's kind of sounding a little woo-woo for me. And that's okay. That's okay. When I first started checking this stuff out, it was a little weird. But I bet electric light bulbs were a little weird when we jumped from candles to electricity. We're always on the cutting edge of new technology. And if we don't try something, we'll never know. You may go, well, that was an interesting walk on a piece of burlap, and Well, you know, and that's okay. But some of you may have an experience. Some of you may actually release something that has been in your consciousness for lifetimes. Some of you may have something new born within you that gives you a new zest for life. And I would be remiss as a minister not to introduce these ideas to you and let you choose what works for you. You know, the idea of the goddess and the divine womb of the infinite possibility is a powerful idea. It is a powerful thing to think about, to conceive that we each are both male, female, God, goddess. There's only one power. And that power is sitting in your seat. And for some reason, each one of us got to choose, or it was chosen for us, what we would be. Some of us are still choosing. Some of us may never know. And that's okay. That's your story. That's your experience. That's her story, his story, its story, whatever story. So on the back, your life is a sacred journey, and it is about change, growth, discovery, movement, transformation, curiosity, expanding your vision of what is possible, stretching your soul, learning to see clearly and deeply, listening to your intuition, taking courageous challenges at every step along the way. You are on the path, exactly where you're meant to be right now. And from here, you can only go forward, shaping your life story into a magnificent tale of triumph, of healing courage, of beauty, of wisdom, of power, of dignity, and of love. That was Carolyn Adams. So we are all on a path, exactly where we need to be. You know why you're here right now? Because it's now. If you were supposed to be somewhere else, you wouldn't have ended up here this morning. So I'm gonna just walk and just observe me walking and just know that where we walk is sacred and holy ground. And that what you think about while you walk is something that the labyrinth is working with you on. And let stuff come up and let it go. Don't be so set on walking it right that you miss the energy that's coming in and releasing as your experience. So I'm just gonna walk the labyrinth and just have the experience with me, okay? Because some of you may not be able to walk it today. And I would ask that you just vicariously walk it with me as your experience, okay? So I will start with an opening prayer. And normally people would say this to themselves, but I'm saying out loud for the demonstration. I know that there is a power of creation. That energy that guides the stars and causes the sun to shine, allows the rain to fall, that calls the animals, the animal kingdom to know how to hibernate, how to fly south, how to know how to take care of itself because it is naturally imbued with that energy. And I know that I am, as everything and everyone is, imbued with that same natural energy, and I activate that right here, right now. How good it is to know that something wonderful is happening right now. Something beautiful is in creation now for me, for you, and for everyone. So I walk this labyrinth today with that peace and love and anticipation of beautiful things happening in 2023. And for this, I am blessed, and so is everyone else. So it is. And when you walk in the labyrinth with other people, it's kind of like life. All of a sudden you'll be walking with someone, and then they'll be spun out around a corner and disappear onto the other side of the labyrinth. And that's kind of how life is, isn't it? We walk with people for a while and then they disappear. And some people stay together. But it's all about our inward journey of revelation. The right people are always at the right place at the right time. And that's happening right now. It's no accident that you found yourself here this morning, and that this labyrinth has been erected for your experience. If you walk it or not, something is happening. And because something's always happening, when we choose to direct the way the infinite expresses, the infinite always says yes. Yes, I support you in that. Yes, how can we make that happen? So sometimes we'll say, well, I want more of this. And infinite sends you more want of it. And you go, that's not what I wanted. But we have to declare what we want as an already demonstrated idea. And when we go, I am peace, not I want peace, I am peaceful. Do you notice the energy shift? That it's a different place of perspective. That here you've been wanting something and you've been demonstrating perfectly the want of it. But when you have something and you are something, the universe says, yes, let me show you how that is. And I think that's where some of us, at least that's where I was confused, was I misunderstood how the law worked. I kept saying, I'm not getting what I want, when I was getting the want of it, which is perfectly the way the universe works. But when I said, I am at peace, I am loved, I am powerful, I am abundant, all of a sudden, like a switch was thrown, and everything started to happen. And everything starts coming into your life in such a powerful, positive way. What does it say? The windows of heaven will open and you won't know what to do with it. And that is the power of manifestation. So here I brought myself to the center of the center. I would just say a prayer of thanksgiving. Because when we are grateful in advance for the things that we choose to be, do, and have, the universe gets very busy rearranging itself. Hey, he really thinks this is happening. Get busy, universe. It's happening. He believes it. Because there's nothing more powerful than a mind that has made up its mind to be, do, or have something. My only information to you is make it positive, because the universe will do the opposite if you believe that. But that's why in this whole teaching, it's all about making things better and better. Now, if you find yourself in a challenging situation, what does it look like healed? What does it look like now that you're done with it? And again, I don't want to minimize any deep challenge you may be walking through, but I don't want to maximize it either. What is happening is happening. What we choose to change is how it changes to the better. So what does it look like healed? So that's what I'm going to think about as I walk out, that I am those things I choose to be, do, and have. And as I do, I can actually feel
the radiance of the universe uplifting me and supporting me. And actually, the synapses in my brain kind of detach from the negativity and reattach in a different way to more positive outcomes, because that's what I expect. That's what my prayer is for you, to release what no longer serves you in the bowl, and then replacing it with your new list of things that you want to be, do, and have. You know, we didn't come here just to be idle and just get by, although those have been great places to be at times. But we're here to help one another, to love one another. We are our brothers and sisters angels. You don't know what little gesture a smile can do for a person. So give love if you want love. If you want a friend, be a friend. If you want more to come to you, start giving more. It's time to change your level of giving. And as you change your level of giving, your level of receiving automatically change. That's just how it's scientific. That's how it works. Now, you don't give to get, but you give because of your overflow of love. And in that overflow of love, you create a vacuum, and love must flow in. That's how the universe works. So you want to create a vacuum. You want to outgive God. Think you can do that? Think you can give more than God's got? Well, that's why I'm here. I'm here to outgive God. And I'm still working at it. And so it is. Amen. So I know I've taken a little extra time today, but I wanted to be able to show you the labyrinth as a spiritual tool. I usually take this out on certain solstice spiritual days. I don't know when I'll do it next, but I thought today, being the first day of the new year on a Sunday, this won't happen again for another 11 years, Sunday being on New Year's Day. So, but I'll be getting the labyrinth out before then. You don't have to wait another 11 years for me to do this as your spiritual leader or cohort. I want to constantly offer you new tools to remember who you are and to take you deeper into yourself. And it's through that community of deepness that we begin to share who we truly are. So I'll go back up here and read the rest of my. So as you're completing your stuff today, just remember that there is something bigger happening here for you. This is not a one and done experience. You may have to redo this list a few times. You may need several of those little red pieces of paper before you purge it all. But I just invite you to, in the process, remember who you are. So that concludes my talk for today. And now we will have, let's see, we'll have our offering. So if you'd like to take your offering and put it in your hand and place it on your heart, and if you're just offering your heart today, that is enough. And let's recite our offertory ideas about sharing today, which says, I am grateful to live a life filled with everything I need. And from that place, I give generously and freely. And so it is. Little song.
My favorite also is song.
I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed.
Thank you, Treasure. Let's say a prayer for our offertory this morning. From the love of pure spiritual energy, these tithes and gifts have been collected. They are evidence of our faith, our belief, and our ability to manifest in this world of form. They do good work in this community. They bless the giver, the receiver, and allow this Grants Pass Center for Spiritual Living to be open to those who are choosing to remember who they are, and even for those who may not know it yet. And for this community is blessed. And so it is. All right, well, it's time for our closing song. Let's stand up and sing, shall we?
Our loving kindness chant, we bless one another. May you be filled with loving kindness. May you be well. May you be peaceful and at ease. And may you be happy. We are filled with loving kindness. We are well. We are peaceful and at ease. And we are happy. Happy New Year, everyone. Happy New Year.
Okay, it's time for our benediction. Please repeat after me. Something wonderful is happening right now.
Something wonderful is happening right now.
It's happening in my mind.
It's happening in my mind.
In my body.
In my body.
And in the body of my affairs.
And in the body of my affairs.
I think it.
I think it.
I feel it.
I feel it.
And I know it. Just the way that it is.
Just the way that it is.
And just the way that it is not.
And just the way that it is.
Thank you, life.
Thank you, life.
Happy New Year. Namaste.
I must go.